presence. We come here today to honor you, to listen to your wisdom, and just to gather as family. There's so much dissension in this world, and we come to bring love, peace. We are Nyame and T, Cultural Healing Arts Therapy, NCHAT for short. Nyame and T is an Adinkra symbol from the Akan people, and it means by God's grace because we recognize that without the grace of God, we would not exist. So we come to you in the spirit of love and forgiveness. Our motto or our tagline is love plus forgiveness equals freedom. Love and forgiveness are two of the most powerful forces in the universe. Nothing outweighs them. So we bring you love, we bring you peace. We are in chat. Yes. We're going to offer some rhythms. I love the brother back here who dance. Let your spirit be free. So we're going to offer you a rhythm called Cuckoo. Cuckoo comes from Guinea, West Africa, and it's a celebration of a bountiful fishing harvest. And I've been to Africa many, many times, and I've been able to witness and experience the joy, the jubilation, the sense of gratitude that people express when the fishing boats are coming in. You can see the men from a far, far distance bringing the boats in, and the people are on the shore, the women are dancing, the children are dancing, there are drummers on the shore who didn't do the fishing, and they're celebrating and thanking God for a bountiful fishing harvest. So we present to you Cuckoo for the bountiful presence of our brother Asami, and we know the bountiful blessings that will come as a result of his presence here. Thank you.
Thank you. And I want to thank everybody for being here. I know it has extended out a little further than we expected, but hey, we are here. That's all that matters. Can y'all hear me clearly? Can y'all hear me in the back? And I can talk loud if you like. I'll boom it out. Hey, but I'm so glad that we're here together as a family because this really feels rootsy. I'm going to say rootsy. It makes me feel closer to who I am when I hear drums like that beating inside of me. And we're here I said this thing was going to be about the new paradigm of healing. And I was looking at this sign right here. You see what that say? Talk therapy alone is not enough. We've been doing a lot of talking, and we ain't been doing that much walking. And that's what we want to talk about because things have to change. We're used to, being sick and going and telling, I don't care if it's a herbalist, it's a regular doctor, it don't matter. When we go to them, we tell them, hey, something is going on here. I don't know what's wrong with me. Can you help me? That's the old paradigm of healing. The new paradigm is that you don't have to go nowhere. We all live in these bodies. We are living in an age where we have to take responsibility for these bodies that we live in. We take care of our car pretty damn good. We take care of our house pretty damn good. But when it comes to our bodies, we get lost. We act like we don't live in these bodies. I want you guys to think about this. How can somebody who don't know anything about you whatsoever, don't know what kind of trauma you've gone through, don't know what kind of trauma you're living through, don't know what your environment is like, you're going to go to this individual and tell them a symptom, something that you feel, and ask them what can they do to help you. Oh my goodness. Do you really think they have a clue? They don't. They don't have a clue. So what do we have to do? Because that's what this is all about, what we have to do. This new paradigm of healing says, first of all, cleanse. We have to cleanse this temple that we live in, this body we live in. We got to flush all. That's like changing the oil in your car. If you never change the oil in your car going to break down. Well, what happens with us is we never allow our bodies to eliminate all the waste that's in it. So first of all, once we eliminate the waste, then our stomach becomes alive again because it's basically dead because we don't put nothing living in it. Our stomach becomes alive again, and then it can communicate to the heart that communicates to the brain. And you will never be lost about what's going on inside of you. You know why? Because everything that's going on inside of you, you are aware of. And so this is all about forgetting the past and not worrying about what somebody else can tell you what they can do for you and getting to the point to where you understand what you have to do for yourself, because it's about what you can do for yourself. I know I never seen an ant hospital, no elephant hospital. I never seen animals have to go to any healer or doctor or any of that. And yet, they are all doing fine without our help. They don't need nobody's help. What makes them different than we are? Why do we feel like we need all this support mechanism? We've been taught that. And that's what this new paradigm is all about, to undo the teaching that we've been taught about our bodies and sickness and health and all that garbage. Because when you allow yourself to be yourself, you're surprised how quick your body will heal itself. Those herbs assist us. They don't heal us. They can only assist in what your body already does naturally. I'm standing here as an example. I've never laid in the hospital. I don't ask nobody what's wrong with me. I have pains and aches and go through everything everybody else go through. But you know what? I don't ever consider it to be something negative. I always consider it to be something that I have to move on through. that I have to move on past, because it may be something beneficial to me that's going on inside of me. And just because it's painful, every time you do something that's going to strengthen you, it's painful. When you decide to fall in love and that love don't go the way you think, when that thing dissolves, it is painful. When you go and work your muscles and you decide you're going to work out in the gym and you stretching and doing all this stuff, after it's done, it's painful. But when it comes to our body having a pain that we're not aware of, we automatically think it's something terrible. Wrong paradigm. That's that old paradigm. Oh, this hurt. I got to go find out what's wrong. No. We live in these bodies. All you got to do is ask your body what's going on. What do I need? Why would you go outside of yourself looking for help for something that you live in every day? Nobody have lived in your body for how long you been here, 35 years, 40 years, 20 years. It don't matter. You've been in the body. This is a vehicle. That's what we have to understand. It's a vehicle unlike any vehicle on this planet. It is designed for this earth. It's designed to maintain health. It's designed really to live as long as you let it. We kill the body. The body don't kill itself. We kill the body. The real body, I always say this, and I'm going to keep saying it because it's true. Our ancestors said that eating, and a lot of people don't like this, is a necessary evil. And I always get asked the question, why is it evil? Why is anything evil? I mean, it's something that can cause you detriment that's nourishing to the body now, but indulging in anything can become a detriment to us. So now what we have to find a place in ourselves, we have to find balance within ourselves. We as a nation of people need it more than anybody, because I've heard about so many people dying of heart attacks, strokes, and stupid stuff that nobody had. The prostate cancer. I think about when people tell me somebody died of prostate cancer, I almost just want to just fall out. I'm like, why? That's nothing. But just the fact that they put cancer on the end of anything, we automatically think ourselves to death. So then, what is it? Doctors have studied and found out that they give half people placebos and half people the medication. They found out more people get healed by the placebos than they do the medication. Now, what is that saying? How in the hell can the placebos get people well when the medication itself is not? What's that saying? That's saying that we the ones that do the healing for real. I'm not saying those plants don't assist us. I love them plants. I drink bitters every day. My brother gave me some nice maca. What is it called? Your powder, what is it called? What is it called? Mambe. Oh, that's why I'm standing up here all feeling myself right now. Hey, you know, everything is here to assist us. But we got to be willing to assist ourselves. Everybody that's here needed to hear what I'm saying, just like I need to hear it. Because this is an opportunity for us to move into a realm where we operating in bliss, you can say. I mean, think about it, what it is to wake up and feel good every day. Every day. I wake up feeling good every day. Every single day. I never wake up going, oh, I don't feel, never. Why? Because I don't allow those thoughts in my head. It's about what we think about ourselves. Remember, as a man thinketh, so is he. Especially our sisters. As a sister thinketh, so is she. We depend on y'all. We depended on y'all from the time we came into this world. Before that, thank you. It take a sister to say something like, before that. All right, I with that. But we look to y'all for that same assistance. I mean, I had to beg my mother to stop taking high pressure pills. High blood pressure pills. Beg her. This is my mother. I love my mother. I didn't want to see her sick. But I know those pills was killing her. And the doctor was always telling her, always asking her, are you taking your pills? Are you taking your pills? I would watch my mother leave out of the house dancing because she's a Cancer, just like the one that's giving this thing right here, Denver. And you saw her up here, then you saw her up here. That's how my mother was. And so she'd be on her way out to the doctor dancing. Oh, I see you when I get back. And she come back in the house like this. I said, what happened? What is wrong? The doctor said, my pressure high. Your pressure was high before you left. It wasn't affecting you then, but because we hear it. We got to be careful what we hear and accept in our ear. Because if we hear lies all the time, what are you going to believe? You're going to believe the lie. And that's how they bombard us with what? Commercials. They bombard us. And then after they tell us about all these diseases that we don't know nothing about, never heard of before, never existed until they invented it, we start feeling, they tell us the symptoms, and we start feeling it and thinking we had that shit. We do. Restless leg syndrome. What is that? I never heard of such a thing. Yet we agree, oh, I think, what? We got to remember something. I want y'all to hear me when I tell y'all this. They have think tanks that think about what we think about so that they can control how we think. Think about that. That's dangerous. Because all that's saying is that you're not controlling what you really think. In this new paradigm, we better be about controlling what we think because that's the only way we're going to stay healthy. Our thinking is our health. If you think you're sick, you sick. You ain't got to say nothing there. You are sick. They told everybody they had COVID, folks was dropping dead and all this stuff. People didn't even want to touch one another. A mother wouldn't even want to hug her son. Don't touch me. I mean, behind what? Something that was fictitious. You know why? Because our immune system is well equipped to kill any virus, any infection, any of that. Our immune system is already ready for that. And what do we do when we take stuff? We compromise our own immune system. Why? Because we're putting something foreign in our body that's not even organic. And then they tell us, oh, well, you have to take this vaccination. It's a must. Nothing is a must. We all came in here the same way. I came in here through a womb. You came in here through a womb. Everybody did. So what makes you special? Because you got a degree in a patch? That don't make you special. We're all on the same playing field. We decide who we give charge over our life. Why give anybody charge over your life? It's your life. Take charge over our own life. That's the new paradigm, is that it's time for us to take charge over our own life, over our own thoughts, over our own actions. We got to be responsible for how we act. We don't even want to be responsible for that. If they wouldn't have said that, I wouldn't have acted like that. Stop it. You are who you are. Not because what somebody else does. It's about who you are. The more of who you are you become, the greater who you are you become. Because remember, we all have the same energy inside. And when we connect with that energy is the vibration of love itself. And it's a vibration that's always giving, always helping, always healing. That's what we all about. Nobody is special. It's not a gift. We all gifted. We better realize that. It's time for us to quit playing with ourselves. Quit believing with these lies these folks telling us. They just spit nothing but lies. I live in Honduras. I don't have to hear none of that. You know what I hear? When I wake up in the morning, I hear birds chirping, knocking on my window at 5:30 in the morning, waking me up. Bobby will tell you. He been there. They come peck on your window. Get your ass up. Sun is up. Ain't no sleeping late. It's a different vibe. It's an environment that's conducive to growth. How did we create those environments ourselves? Right here in Baltimore, she served me food up yesterday that was straight out of the garden. I loved it. It was delicious. Thank you, Denver. It was delicious. But we all have that opportunity. We have to start taking the opportunities that we have. Start doing something productive for yourself and all those around you. We always think about just our own space. It's not about just our own space. It's about the space, period. Because the space don't belong to nobody. It belongs to all of us. I even hate when I had to go back to Honduras. I had to show a passport. Why? Who created this? The earth ain't divided. She's one. And we part of her. So how you going to tell me I got to cross this border? Where did it come from? Those are the things that we have to deal with. We have to deal with those things within ourselves because we do the same thing to ourselves, just like they do to this earth. She's our mother for real. That's why I respect the hell out of her daughters, and I love to see performances like that. And thank you, brother, for being the assisting the sisters, because that's what we do. We assist the sisters. I'm just trying to ask sisters to do what they need to do so we can be good assistants. You know, they be talking about us brothers. Our brothers be blah, 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 blah. I done heard it all. But you know what? Sisters, y'all supposed to be helping us brothers be all that we can be too while we working at that. It ain't easy. It was us who got the attack. We was the ones always threatened. Cut your beard. You look too rough. I don't want you having no hair on your face. You make me nervous. What the hell? Why do I have to be different? I don't like your hair like that. Everything we do makes them nervous. Just being makes them nervous. And I say, who is them? All of them. And so we need y'all support. We need it. We want it. Because we as a nation have to heal. We're here to express the highest vibration that is achievable on this planet. That's what we represent. That's what we represent. Now, you can't represent that when you're sick and don't know who you are. When you represent, I don't even like the images that they put out there about us, because most of them are lies. Yet, we die like flies. And how are we dying? Killing ourselves. From what? Sickness here. Sickness here. It starts here, see? Start right there. When this is all fouled up, this gets just as fouled up. So I'm asking us who are here tonight to be just a little catalyst for everybody else around you, to let them know. And when you hear them talk like that, it's easy. You can correct them politely. Hey, that's not true. The doctor ain't telling you the truth. There's other alternatives to help you. Let's see what we can do to help you. We all have information. Information ain't nothing if you're not helping other folks with the information that you get. That's why I'm standing here now. I got information. I'm sharing that information that I have. So that what? That information can be shared amongst all the people that you know. And what's that information going to do? It's going to make us a stronger and healthier people just by understanding that we don't need nothing. We have everything we need. Everything we need, we already have it. There ain't nothing out there that you need. Nothing. I don't care what you say. Oh, I need a place to stay. No, you don't. I need money. No, you don't. You don't need nothing, because everything you need always comes to you. You don't have to go run after. You don't have to run after nothing. When we start realizing that the universe itself is the exact duplicate of us and we are exact duplicate of it, we will start seeing ourselves differently. It's about perception. How do you perceive yourself? Just like that thing say, talk therapy alone is not enough. Talk therapy ain't shit. I can stand here and talk all night, but if we don't act upon what we hear, it don't mean nothing. We have to act. Action is everything, because the universe sees us act and move with us. But when we sit down and we just talking, ain't nothing happening but words. Action is what gets us where we need to be. And it don't have to take no big act. All it takes is one step. And that step is going to lead to another and another and another until you, when you look up, just like me getting to Honduras. I had no idea I was going to be living there right now. I had no idea. If you'd have talked to me a year and a half ago, just a year and a half ago, if you'd have talked to me and said, hey, man, you moving to Honduras, I'd have said no. Just like that, no. But here I am now. Why? My desire was to be someplace where I can keep growing. I was growing right here in Baltimore, but I wanted to grow more. I got more than I can handle. So I got help to handle it. More than I can handle, you hear me? We all get it. It's for all of us. Nobody is better or lesser than nobody else. We all the same. When we understand what we are inside, that's the key. The true key to this life is getting to know yourself. People go through their whole life and never know themselves. Get buried. They done picked out their plot, tell you what kind of casket they want, tell you what kind of music they want, and never live their life, and yet they are happy about preparing for their death. Come on, dying is easy. Everybody gonna do that. And nobody is gonna escape that, so why rush to that? It's about living. We have to engage in the living right now. Now is the time for us to live. Now is the time for us to get well. Now is the time for us to be able to see clearly what we need to do for one another and for ourselves. I'm happy to be here right now. I've been here since Saturday. I had said I wasn't even coming back here. I ain't lying. I said that several times. But here I am. Because it ain't about what I say, it's about what the Spirit say. Oh, you're going to bring your ass back here and you're going to talk to them. That's what it's really about. We don't know. But when we open ourselves up, we don't hesitate. When the opportunity comes, the Spirit says, there you go. Boop. It's been a smooth journey. I loved it. I met this brother. I met good. It's just been love. And that's what life is about. Us connecting and sharing the love that we have and the knowledge that we have with one another, just like that performance. I love you, girl. You are a firecracker. She is. You seen her? But we all have something to share. And when we're healthy and we allow life to vibrate within us, man, look, life becomes something worth living. You wake up excited. You don't wake up going, oh, man. I mean, you sleep, and a lot of people sleep, and they don't feel their pain when they sleep. When they wake up and go, oh, I wake up to this shit. That is so horrible. I couldn't imagine that kind of life. I couldn't imagine it. That's why I don't have it. So, in order not to have it, quit imagining it. Quit accepting it. It's not true. It's a lie. We can talk about ourselves in real negative ways, but we never talk about ourselves in a real positive way because we go, that's not true. Well, make it true. Keep saying it. Keep saying, I'm healthy. I'm well. My mind is clear. Why not? Why say the opposite? Oh, I'm not feeling good. I'm feeling blue today. Why? Change our speech. Change our actions. Change what we put in our mouth. Because that's killing us. They designed it to kill us. They put all kind of chemicals. I mean, it's just the food just being in Honduras and coming back here and watching how this food is so much more processed than the food there because they don't have the means to process it. And they think that that's a disadvantage. Well, I say that is the biggest advantage for me. They may see that. That's what I'm saying about perspective. They may see it as a disadvantage. I see it as a great advantage. They can't poison us. They don't know how. Sometimes, in that case, ignorance is bliss. Yes, it is. Because, I mean, when living here, we have the environment itself that's, Ooh, all these, I mean, I sit out on the porch and I look at all the wires and, all this stuff emits radiation. And we think that it's not affecting us. It affects us. That's why we need to get out sometime. Just get out of the city, please. I'm begging you. Get out the city sometime. Just get out of it. Just to give yourself that release so that you can finally feel your energy again without distortion. It distorts us. So let's start, being real with ourselves. Let's start healing ourselves. This journey is about what we can do for ourselves. I'm only here because I did it for myself. I can't tell you something that I haven't done. I'm telling you through experience. And don't take what we think. All it takes is clear thinking. Clear thinking comes from a clear gut. Get the garbage out, get the waste, get the toxins out, then your thinking get clear. Why? Because like I say, our stomach communicates to our heart communicates to our brain. We better get that message because it's real. Your stomach all foul, your thinking is foul. That's why people be so angry. Watch them. People have big old, they be angry. I know what's wrong with you. All them toxins is messing with your thinking. In order to have clear thinking, you got to have a clear connection between your body. Everything works in line with itself. Everything is you can say, a unit. It have symbiotic relationships. It's organic. Our body is a chemical factory. I'm a chemist. It's a chemical factory. Our emotions stimulate glands within our system that causes chemicals to be released. So when you have negative thoughts, what kind of chemicals you think is being released? You got some nasty chemicals that's being released because you got nasty thoughts. When you have healing and healthy thoughts, what kind of chemicals endorphins, what they say when you smell something that smells good, endorphins start being released in your brain. When people smile at you, just a smile causes good chemicals to be released in your body. We talk about water. They say our bodies is 80% water, 85% water. And when you speak to water, people don't realize little things that change everything. When you bless something, when you speak to it, what you're doing is you're putting vibratory energy in that thing, and it has to respond to your speech. Why? Because we are high vibrating people. Water responds to what we say. We tell that water it's blessed water, it got to be blessed water. Why? Because we spoke it to the water. We tell that plant you're going to grow abundantly, it's got to do it. We don't talk to our plants, we talk nasty to one another. When you speak negative to water, it creates ugly water. What happens in our body when people talk nasty to us? So why would you hang around people that speak negative and nasty stuff to you? That creates a bad environment for your own physical body. We don't even realize what we be doing to ourselves when we be speaking, especially when anger rises up. Oh my goodness. People can say some things to one another that make me cringe because we don't know. But when we know, we change that kind of behavior. I know y'all been here I've been here all night. We've been here all night. I'm not gonna keep y'all long because I like talking. Whether it's one person, 10 people, or 1,000 people, it don't matter. Me and Ricky sit up and talk till 1, 2 in the morning because he like to talk more than me. Well, see, you see a lady clapping, she's just reaffirming that up there. Hey, but I want y'all to understand, we are all here for a reason because we are all catalysts for folks that we know out there because it got to change. It got to change, man. And we want to live our lives in abundance and in power And in love, we got to change what we're putting in our mouth. We got to change the amount that we put in our mouth. We got to quit eating so much. We didn't come here to be gluttons. We didn't. That was taught to us. That was something that corrupted us, for real. We are here to live, to create, to be an expression of all that the universe is. That's what we are. So in saying all that, I'm getting ready to cut it short. I had a whisper in my ear, and I'm going to heed to it. But I appreciate y'all coming out tonight. I really do. And I hope, more than anything, you heard what I said about the paradigm of change. You know, I'm going to give you an example of what a paradigm shift is. Like, you go to the light every day. You stop at a light, it turns red, you know to stop. It turns yellow, that means you can pass through if you quick. It's green, that means you go. So a paradigm shift for a light would be what? All of a sudden, it's not red, yellow, and green no more. It's purple, it's blue, and then it's orange. So then you have to shift everything in your head to remember, damn it, you be sitting there waiting for a green light and it ain't never gonna turn green. That's what happens when there's a paradigm shift, when things change. We be waiting for the same results because we got used to it. We got to be aware that our bodies is wanting to change. We're in a different age now. We're not in the age of Pisces anymore. We're in the age of Aquarius, the age of liberation, the age of dimensional travel. So it's just starting. And if we don't get our shit together, you're gonna be buried. Simple as that. That's why they dying like flies. Everybody who ain't getting it, gone. Hey, recycling, it's easy. The earth quick with it. She know how to cleanse herself. Because we are just like cells in our body to this earth. So if a cell in your body is decayed and it's drawing more decayed cells, when you go to cleanse, you're going to flush all the decayed cells out. On this earth, if you're not being productive, if you're not being part of her production, what are you being? A dead cell. I don't want to be a dead cell. I don't want to be a dead anything. I don't even plan on being buried for real. I really don't. I ain't cremated either. I'm going to leave this planet. I'm going to transform this physical body into light. We all have that option, but we don't know nothing about it. We have so many options we don't know about. So I mean, we got to start studying, huh? We got to start finding out what our options are to be here. We're not just earthbound beings. This is just I call a glorified vehicle. This is a vehicle that was made to be here, and it's the perfect vehicle for being here, but it's still a vehicle. It's not who you are, because who we are is eternal. Simple as that. Ain't no getting around that. We are who we are. Like he said, I am that I am. We are here. We are beings that's in these bodies. So let's be powerful beings that we come here to be. So with that being said, I want to thank all y'all for coming here. And I hope y'all take that back with you. Take it with you. Come on up here, girl.
Yes, questions. That was what we were going to say next. If anyone has any questions.
So,
Go right ahead, Mr. Baylor.
thank you, sir. I really appreciated everything you said. So, how does one, I'm in disguise.
Come on, bro.
How can someone get in touch with you to learn and to gain access to your products and your philosophies and stuff?
Well, we got our table set up right over there. And I have Instagram, IG. You know, I'm going to tell y'all something. I mean, you know, I get reprimanded but not for not getting on IG because it's just difficult for me to just stand and talk. But you know what? I'm going to start being more proactive about it. Paradigm shift. I got to get over myself. So.
Okay, we got witnesses.
I said I was in the train. And see, I'm sure this came right out the garden. And that's the beautiful thing. You know, I mean, one thing that you can bank on, anything can grow anywhere. It's all about us. We can change soil. People talk about, oh, the soil is bad. You can make it good. Everything can change. That's the true constant, is change. So to think that change is difficult, can't happen, it may be difficult, but it can happen. And difficult is only a perception. That's all it is. It's how we perceive a thing. So I was supposed to be stopping. What is this?
Let me see if anyone else has any questions first.
Oh, questions? More? Anybody else? But yeah, you can get in touch with me through Denver. She's here in Baltimore, matter of fact. And, you know, I have IG. All that stuff is over there. I'm going to be doing, like I said, I'm going to be doing more interacting with IG. And when I said, I just have to just like, okay, you better. I'm in Honduras now, you know. Go ahead, bro.
What's the indicator of intuition versus just random thoughts?
All right, again, let me say, I'm glad you asked that question. Random thoughts. What is random thoughts?
Well, when I say random thoughts, I mean like, you know, just like you might be thinking about a TV show, but you're not really thinking about a TV show. That's just something that the TV show you saw.
All right, I'm glad you said that because, I mean, one of the things to get to where we need to be is understanding that we have to learn that we live in a sea of thoughts, an ocean of thoughts. Thoughts are not your own. Thoughts come from outside of you. Our perfect state is silence. And in that silence, we connect with our higher self. But the thoughts that we gravitate to is always the thoughts that's at that same frequency level that you raise yourself to. So if you raise your vibration to a higher frequency, you're going to have higher thoughts. If you allow yourself to have low frequency vibrations, guess what you're going to have? Lower thoughts. Because, like I said, it's an ocean of thoughts. And those thoughts are dictated by how we vibrate. Next question.
If you have a word to the next generation behind you, what would it be? Advice.
First, it would be to cleanse your body of all garbage. Stop the intake of garbage because I started when I was 18. I lived up in the doggone mountains, man. You know, I mean, not many people gonna do all that. But the first thing is gonna be to cleanse your body because when we cleanse, then our brains start operating correctly. And the second thing is to know yourself. Once we know ourselves, because it's a process. And that process got to start where you at that moment, no matter what age you are. A lot of African villages, they get initiated at 16 years old. They can't even act as a man in the village until they go through initiation. And that initiation ain't no physical initiation. It's an energetic one. They go through some shit. They get exposed to, you can say, the other realms so that they can know, because it's a balance. When we allow ourselves to just be caught up in this earth shit, we think ourselves to be earthly. We're not. We're only earthly because of these bodies that we live in. But we are universal. We're not bound by this. We're here to help create and continue to create this that we live in. Next question.
It taps into the question that Jeremy just asked. I'm thinking about your, like, who you are, your evolution. I know you didn't, like, come out of your mother's womb with these thoughts. Like you said that you went to the mountains at 18. I'm wondering, how did you leave this paradigm that we live in? We're trapped in some sort of vortex. It's almost like the Matrix. Most of
Right, and that's exactly what it is. It is the Matrix. You know, when I was 18, I started studying these books about the Yaqui Indian. The Yaqui Indian, and the Yaquis studied the old Mayan text. They kept the old Mayan traditions. And in studying that, they called themselves masters of perception, masters of awareness. I was like, masters of awareness? I want to find out more about this. And just the thought that came that I want to know more drove me to find out more and more and more and more. And it's not just finding that out through no books. You find out through books and then experience. What happened, we'll read something and we acknowledge it, but boy, when we start experiencing it, it's a whole different thing. We'd be like, what the fuck is this going on? I don't know. I didn't ask about this. Oh, but we did. We really did. And that, like I say, perception is not a bad thing. It's just something different. And we learn to adjust to the different that we start experiencing, because when you get right down to it, it's about not being afraid of the unknown. They have made us afraid of the unknown. We feel comfortable about the things we know, the things we can go to that we're familiar with. No, but we feel very uncomfortable with the unknown, and that's the thing that's facing us all the time. And that's what we got to deal with.
Are you bound by anything?
Am I what?
Bound.
I ain't bound by, I'm bound by the Spirit, that's it, and it's boundless. So, no, I'm not bound by anything. Especially my feelings and emotions, because I used to be bound by them. Oh, trust me. I used to be, and because I felt so deep, because, you know, when I was like 23, I was rough. The Spirit broke me. It had to open my heart back up. And from that moment that my heart opened up, I understand why people be afraid to love, because in sharing love, people trample all over your ass. You be like, why? But every time that my heart felt like that, it grew a little bit more. And I kept sharing, and it grew a little bit more. And I kept sharing till now. I can give love all day long. If they just accept it, step on it, it don't matter. Why? Because it's coming out of me in abundance. And that's where we got to be. Any more questions? Yes. Yes.
I've been trying to cleanse, but there's a lot of cleansers out there.
It is.
How do you know which one is right for you?
I'm going to say this. Listen to me. And you don't take no special ones. It really don't. All it takes is to stop eating. Fasting is the best cleanser on the planet. And it don't cost you a thing. As a matter of fact, it saves you money. Because you ain't buying nothing. And you going through a serious cleansing because your body started eliminating all the toxins out. So yes.
Do you fast?
Oh, all the time. I like to say, my life is basically a fast. I eat once a day. And when I fast. I don't even think about it. Somebody tell me, I'm going to fast for 7 days. I'll be like, cool, I'm fasting with you. Because I like it. Food is not the driving force of my life. The Spirit is. I'm all about understanding how my energy body really operates in this realm and to be conscious of it. Because we have two bodies and we only use one, and that's this one. And the other one have so much less limitations. It can go anywhere at any time. And we don't even know we have it. That's why I love this brother here. He be going around giving folks ayahuasca and stuff. And you know what it does? It loosens you from your body. Because we get stuck in these bodies. And if you don't have something to loosen you up out of it, you're going to stay stuck. That's why mushrooms, ayahuasca, peyote, all the different, what they call hallucinogens, what they are, entheogens, is that they help us to move into another realm within ourselves. They're not taking you out there, they're taking you in here. Because in the reality, everything starts in here. Anything out there, it's because we created. That's why you can't say, why is this happening to me? You made it. Deal with it. Real. We made everything that we see, every situation we in, we created it. So you better love it. Go ahead, bro.
How does the stomach talk to the heart?
Well, good question. When the stomach is cleansed and there ain't no toxins in there, the stomach is our second brain. That's why when you can go someplace and the first place you feel it, where? It's your stomach. You go, man, something ain't feeling right in here. You don't feel it here or here. You feel it here first. And then it communicates to the heart. And then it communicates to the head, just like that. And you go, I'm out. I'm all in. But it starts right there. And when this is toxic, it ain't responding good. It's not. Because now you're not able to feel what it's trying to convey to you. Because you're full of toxins. Next question. Who got a question? Who got it? No. Hey, y'all all good? We're good. All right. Love y'all.
Last year, Asami and his partner started a garden, and I have had the pleasure to continue it. And this is my first time, so I am a new garden mom, and I wanted to share with you all what I have been harvesting from my garden and over Baltimore. So I like to call this a sidewalk salad because I got it from the sidewalk of Baltimore. So what we have here, this is a zucchini. It's huge, but I did chop it up so we can, eat sooner. So it was, about this big. We have some fresh lettuce that we grew from our garden and some tomatoes and then some fresh herbs. So I was just going to show you all how to make a dressing. So we make our, the salad from the garden, but then we also like to make our own dressings. We try to stay away from anything processed, anything canned, anything just that is not fresh. So in our dressing, it's going to be an olive oil base, but it's going to be kind of thick because we are going to add some avocado and olive oil for our fats because we like our fats over here. Yes, and it's just great for our body. So we're gonna add some avocado. This is what is this thing? A Ninja. It's one of my favorite tools. So we're just gonna do a whole avocado. This is a little bit of what Asami got to have yesterday, what he was telling you all, the salad I made. And for seasonings, I try to stay away from salt. We have so much salt in our diet, which we know causes so many issues, hypertension, and that leads to more and more diseases. So we stay away from salt. I like to use kelp as a salt alternative, or coconut aminos or olives. But today we're going to be using kelp. So we're going to add some of that in, which comes from the sea, so it also has a lot of benefits, kind of similar to sea moss, but similar to sea moss. So we use cumin, the kelp. We're gonna do some garlic powder and some onion powder. It's not drugs. I just like to get loose at the store. And because we have tomatoes, to cut some of the acid, we're going to use some turbinado sugar, which is anything that's not white sugar is going to be better for you. White sugar, that can lead to, what do you all know? What can it lead to? Exactly, and that is that's like the number one problem that we have in our community. We're going to add a tomato. This is going to be a really good dressing. We're just going to do one. And one thing that I know when it comes to preparing raw food is getting all of the different flavors. So we're going to add a little bit of spice, a little bit of bitterness, a little bit of sweetness. That was a habanero pepper. And some lime. Okay, and then the herbs we have here, we have some basil, so we're gonna add some of that. We have some fresh sage. This is gonna be very aromatic. That's how we like things around here. Oregano, and some mint, and some parsley. Oh, we did a good job today. I got some pumpkins, all from the streets of Baltimore. I got some pumpkins today, and all of this. I mean, this is the thing about it. A lot of the gardens, I don't know if you all see them around, they are for the community. I only see myself at these gardens picking things, or the animals, they go bad. So if you see any, just know that people want you all to eat them. Okay, so we're gonna put in a nice amount of olive oil. And by a nice amount, I want it to come out a little faster, but it's okay. Yes. All right, that should be pretty good. Maybe a little more. All right, there we go. Very simple. I'm gonna mix this up. Okay, I don't know if y'all can smell from where you are, but I am excited for this. I like my dressings to be a little bit on the thicker side. It makes the salad taste better. Okay, and that's that. Yes, because we do eat with colors. All this green is going to love on our heart chakra, the red for our root chakra, and keep those things not only open but in balance, because that is the thing. All right, we're gonna mix this up, and then Dee's gonna help me serve this to you all.
I just want y'all to know that I have the pleasure of tasting all of the wonderful, delicious food she makes. Yesterday she did a vegan eggplant lasagna. It was to kill for. I was like, oh my God.
Vane had some.
Vane had some. It was so delicious. Everything she makes is just like so good, and it's all vegan, so it's
and
healthy.
It's really the love.
Yeah, I feel the love and taste it too. So.
It's important to remember to cut your greens. Our bodies do not digest, like, yes, greens are great for us, but they do digest better when they are in smaller pieces. So unless you want to sit there and, chew a lot, you can always just cut your greens up just to not make it so much work. That's just the...
So the plants I gave you starting to bloom, Sean.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
What's going on?
You
throw down, you know I'm gonna get me some. I might need 2 of them.
Thank you all so much for coming. Speak to someone who you don't know. Check the vendors out. Asami's here to take some pictures, and good evening.
Who's had a wife and kids in Baltimore, Jack Springsteen went out for a ride and it never went back. Although I travel all over this world, be more, you'll always be my #1 girl. Baltimore, it's the city I adore. Be it Baltimore rich or be it Baltimore poor, it's a city always searching, never finding a cure. But baby, nothing can replace my Baltimore.